Hi, I'd like to welcome each of you and thank you for the opportunity to share with you about the field of Christian counseling and how it can serve as a platform for something that God values. According to author Don Albin of Speech Communication, A Redemptive Introduction, God values our compassion for others. This includes the poor and the oppressed. How many of you have ever peeled an onion? And did you cry when you peeled the onion? Well, counseling is kind of like peeling an onion. If you imagine me holding an onion in my hand, the first part of the onion is the hard protective layer that's on the outside. If I pull that away, there's another layer underneath, a little softer but still hard nonetheless. And each layer that you peel comes to the center of what is the tender part of the onion. Counseling is like peeling an onion. It's about getting to the inner part of the soul. Counseling is for everyone. It can be needed at any stage in your life, as we all will face hardships or go through times that will require us reaching out to someone else. This can be a friend, or it could be something a little more serious where you need to seek the help of a professional. As you all know, my name is Stephanie Foster. I'm currently a sophomore at Liberty Online University. I'm studying religion and Christian counseling. In the past year, I've received 4 accreditations from the American Association of Christian Counselors: Women's Counseling, Freedom in Christ, the Issues of Christian Counseling, and I'm also a certified life coach. I'd like to suggest that counseling is full of possibilities. It's an excellent tool for helping people understand their past and how to enjoy life in a lost and dark world. What we'll do is we'll start off, I'll share a few statistics with you guys to give you a baseline understanding of counseling. From there, we'll discuss the issues and why the need for Christian counseling continues to be on the rise. And finally, we'll address why Christian counseling is actually helping people heal. According to the Department of Labor, in March of 2012, the annual income for a counselor was roughly $40,000 a year. Counselors can be guidance counselors, as those that are in a school, a job counselor, on-site at a job, lay or pastoral care providers, or a licensed professional such as a psychiatrist or a psychologist. The growth rate for the field of counseling is at an astounding 37%. This is a lot faster than most other fields of work, and the reason for that leads me to my next point. Hurting people are looking for answers. According to the Children's Defense Fund in 2011, teen suicides was at 5 on a daily basis. That's 35 children a week that are committing suicide, and annually 1,820. Another reason is the death from children from child abuse and neglect. On a daily basis, 132 children are dying, 924 on a weekly basis, and roughly 48,000 on a yearly basis. High school dropouts continue to increase, 3,300 daily, 16,500 weekly, and almost 600,000 on a yearly basis. Public school students are being suspended at a rapid rate, 18,500 daily, 92,500 weekly, and 3,330,000 students are being suspended yearly. These numbers can be explained by Dr. Timothy Clinton, author of Competent Christian Counseling. He suggests that human suffering is universal. No one will escape it. People are looking for answers. They are looking to medication, sex, drugs, food, alcohol, just about anything you can imagine. And they're left with a constant feeling of loneliness and emptiness. This leads me to my final point. God is the ultimate counselor. Counseling begins with God's unconditional love and the sharing of His grace. It helps us to understand who He created us to be as individuals. The pioneer of Christian counseling was Dr. Jay Adams, going back to the early 1960s. In a recent radio interview he did with Kevin Swanson, he suggests that medication is simply a Band-Aid. In this interview done in January of 2013 this year, he suggests as he began Christian counseling, 150,000 children were being prescribed Ritalin. Currently, the number is at 15 million. This is 100 times the increase in 50 years. I'd like to suggest that God created each of us human beings with a longing inside of us that can only be filled by Him. Christian counseling disciples based on the principles of God's love and grace, not on laws and rules that must be followed. God is the self-care provider, and He does in fact offer you healing. I'll close right now by again suggesting counseling is for everyone. It's a growing field with many opportunities. As we've seen, it will continue to increase based on the daily tragedies that we see happening. This world leaves us feeling lost, empty, and needing more. Christian counseling has the answer for that. It's Jesus Christ. He is the answer and the healer. I'd like to urgently remind each of you that as Christians, God our Father has called us to share His unconditional love and grace with others. The good news that we share will peel away the hard layers around the heart, just as peeling away at the onion. Now would be a great time if any of you guys have questions.